Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Uh, kind of a weird day and a half I had. My internet was down, like for a day. I was going ballistic. But came back on, today. Yesterday. And, yeah, came back on. I was like, yeah. And then I had gotten the messages from Pantone 12. Okay. Now, this episode of Pet Girl Sakurasou had to be the most depressing episode of the series. Now, before I get into anything, I need to say this right now. I still like Mashiro, but at the end of the day, this is her fault. And you're gonna dislike. But listen to what I have to say. Why I say it is because of two reasons. This is basically branched off to people who work hard and get nothing. And people who have natural talent. And they get it. People who get it, sure. People who don't, who worked hard and did all this bullshit and get shit, NANAMI and SORATA. That's what this episode was about. That's the way I look at it. It's bound to those two factors. People who have natural talent and they get it. They get what they need to get. In other words, they succeed and they excel because they have natural talent and they're special. And people who are normal and do work hard for it and get shit. So let's get into this episode. And this one was, as I saw it called, It's Nobody's Fault That It's Raining. And with this episode, there are 3 episodes left. So you know shit is gonna go down. Okay, let's get into this one. Pretty much this starts off, with them trying to get the signatures. They're in the rain and trying to get the signatures. Now, during this situation, I noticed one thing when they're trying to get the signatures. NANAMI. Like, the voice actor who plays NANAMI, she deserves a fucking award. I mean that in literal tense. She deserves a fucking award. Give her, like, the best voice actress of the fall 2012. Because she nailed it like nobody's business. Now, pretty much, they were just finding the signatures, and it's basically in the beginning, it's really them pushing forward, trying to get the signatures, and they're walking through town, they're getting the signatures from the student body, and everything else. And, Sorata's narrating and saying how this will be the last time we will be all together. And after that, they're coming home, we see what's-her-face showed up, her editor, Mashiro's editor, and gave her the copy of the manga that has on the front cover, and we see NANAMI's face, and she's like, lost it. And this is when she really loses it. After that, these were the main parts of the episode, pretty much. NANAMI's in class with Sorata. I don't know if they're taking a test or whatnot. And he's thinking about the gaming thing and everything. And also saving Sakurasou and everything and so on and so forth. You hear these drops on the paper. And it's NANAMI crying. And she's not even saying anything. She's just crying. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, by the way, the 5 out of 5. It gets a 5 out of 5. No questions asked. She's crying, so she Sorata gets up and says, okay, I can take her to the nurse office. Or she's not feeling well. So she takes her to the nurse office. And she says she'll be fine. And he leaves that. And when he's leaving her in the nurse's office, which is a big mistake, he shouldn't have left her there. Should have stayed with her. Um, he's in the hallway. He answers a phone call. It's I think I find out this guy's name. His name was, I think, what's this guy's name? The guy who helped him with the creation of the game to some extent. Shirayama. Well, I believe that's his name. Could be wrong. But anyway, the guy who was helping him, the big famous guy who was helping him develop the game, he tells him that he did not make the cut. He did not, for the final round, he did not get it through. And here's the funny part. You want to hear something really funny? What he's told? The other game that got the cut was the same type of game that he had created. If I'm not mistaken, it's the same fucking game they were showing off at the festival. So that's what he's told, and he tells SORATA that this happens, and he says that life is unfair, and that's what this was the whole episode. It's like you work hard, you try your best, you do everything in your fucking power to succeed, and you get shit. And that's why he's down on the ground asleep. And he's looking at his phone. Someone's texting him about, she's not alright and everything. And he gets up and he goes back to where NANAMI was. And comes the most emotional I've never seen. This moment was like, come on. It defined the relationship between SORATA and NANAMI. So she's like, gone. Like, she's just looking up in space like, completely gone. And then there's this huge emotional outburst between these two. He's saying, he says, I care. It meant to me, it meant everything. You helped me out, and so on and so forth. And it's just an emotional moment, and she's crying, and it was just such an emotional moment between NANAMI and SORATA. I was like, damn. This was a depressing episode. It gets a 5 out of 5. Then after that, he goes back to the nurse's office, and she takes medicine from that sensei, and she lays down with him. As he's laying down with her and everything, and also there was another scene with Mashiro. She was doing a painting. He gets up, finds out that he slept in, goes outside, and sees, Misaki Senpai, Jin, Ryosuke, and Mashiro getting signatures. And he's looking at it, and he realizes they can't do it. They can't save the building, Sakurasou. And this then leads to them, they go back and they get, NANAMI out, and she's crying religiously because they realize they can't save the building. And then after that, he tells Mashiro that we can't save the building, and he says, liar, liar, liar. And to not even add more salt in the fucking wound, they go home. There's a letter in the mailbox. It's from the company that he was supposed to get the game for, doing the contest. The company really liked Mashiro's drawing for his game design, and they want her to do the game, to do the design for the game character design. And he's just laughing, and he's like, he realizes that means nothing to hard work. It did all for nothing, and then he says something to Mashiro, and she takes it in, it's because of me. And that's when she goes in and he says, Mashiro, Sheena. And that's where the episode ends. That confrontation. And then after the credits are over, comes another scene, she packs up her bags, and she leaves. Now, people say, Malka, you're hating on Mashiro. No, I'm not hating on Mashiro. But I'm saying this. It's kind of her fault. I know that's rude and stupid to say, but here's the thing. This episode dealt with one important fact. On this side, you have people who have talent like Mashiro. And on this side, you have people like NANAMI and SORATA. So when people on this side do their very best, bone, sweat, tear, you name it, and go all out to try and achieve their dream, and they fail, and the people on this side, they try just as bad, but they have natural talent, and they succeed. The only way to save the building is for Mashiro to leave. And that's what she did at the end of this episode. The way this episode went, I can't see this having a good ending. That's how bad it was. I was like, wow. And the thing is that there's absolutely, and I mean this, there's no way, I see no way for them to save the building, Sakurasou, and keep Mashiro there. I mean, Ryunosuke said it himself, and even though he was being cold, heartless, and a son of a bitch about it, he said, you know the answer to this problem. Problem is very simple. Take Mashiro and hell her to leave. She leaves Sakurasou. I don't want that shit to happen. But the more I look at Nanami's pain and SORATA's pain, and SORATA's a bitch, she's a bastard. Well, that's true, but think of it this way. NANAMI failed, and SORATA failed. And it's just like, you really think about this episode. You go back to Rita. You go back to her. When she was complaining about Mashiro and everything. It's the same thing. Same exact kind of situation. But at least to say this gets a 5 out of 5. Man. Depressing as fuck. But the NANAMI and Mashiro and SORATA thing, that was great. That was just so powerful. Like I said, the one who does NANAMI's voice, give her an award. Give her an award. She deserves the best VA of 2012. Fall 2012. Something like that. Because she's just fucking awesome. So, next week's episode, it seems like, I guess someone's going to tell SORATA to go get her, but really, I like Mashiro and all, but let's be honest here, that's the way it is. NANAMI's depressed, SORATA's depressed, and she's getting all this success, and Sakurasou's being turned down. It was just a crazy fucking episode. We will see what happens next week. 3 more episodes of Sakurasou. This should be interesting down the road. It's going to be fucking awesome. So yeah, this has been Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. Mashiro. Hey, I feel for NANAMI and SORATA. I hate to say it. That's the way it is. See ya.